continuation of the program, I just would like to thank Minister of State for Education. I also request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to felicitate Srimati Kamini Chauhan Ratan, IAS Joint Secretary Higher Education, Government of India. I request Professor Lokendra, Vice Chancellor Manipur University, to felicitate Sri Veshwajit Kumar, Director, University Grants Committee, Ministry of Education, Grants Commission. Felicitate all the Vice Chancellors and the Registrars of 10 universities from the Northeast.
Announced on 29th of July 2020, is the first education policy of this 21st century, which aims to address the many growing developing imperatives of our country. The policy proposes the revision and revamping of all aspects of education structure, including its regulation and governance, to create a new system that is aligned with the aspirational goals of 21st century, including the Sustainable Development Goal 4, while building upon India's traditions and value system. The National Education Policy 2020 recognizes that providing universal access to quality education is the key to India's continued. Universal high-quality education is the best way forward for developing and maximizing our country's rich talents and resources for the good of the individual, the society, the country, and the world. India will have the highest population of young people in the world over the next decade, and our ability to promote high-quality education opportunities to them will determine the future of our country. This seminar has been organized to provide a platform for holding discussions regarding the issues and challenges being faced by the higher education institutions of North-Eastern region and identify strategies and remedial measures to address the same. During the course of discussion of this seminar, we will be deliberating on mainly the 5 issues, 5 agenda points which have been mentioned by our Vice Chancellor, Manipur University. The immense growth and development of higher education in this region over the years, in terms of growth in the number of higher education institutions, including central universities in the region, increase in student enrollment ratio in terms of gross enrollment ratio, increase in the proportion of qualified faculty, infrastructure development, etc. that may be specifically noted. These parameters cumulatively result in improving the rankings and accreditation of the higher education institutions in the Northeast. We are hopeful that this 2-day seminar will be very, very fruitful platform for sharing issues and challenges being faced by the higher education institutions, sharing of success stories of the institutions, and preparation of a strategic roadmap for further strengthening of the higher education institutions as envisioned in the National Education Policy 2020. I wish all very best and a successful seminar and discussions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Minister of State for Education and External Affairs, Government of India, to kindly address the gathering.
Economic condition of the 21st century. Higher education provides the opportunity and life chances for youths to gain skill, knowledge, and outlook appropriate for the 21st century knowledge society. Notwithstanding the presence of ethnic, cultural, and linguistic diversity among people and geographical isolation of the region from the mainland, Northeast region has witnessed considerable growth in various indicators in the development of higher education. A notable number of centrally and state-funded higher educational institutions have been established in the region with clear policy indicators providing better infrastructure, recruitment of quality faculties and staff, and above all, ensuring equitable, quality and affordable higher education to the people of the Northeast. Growth in number of higher educational institutions and focus on strengthening infrastructure and hiring quality faculty have also resulted in gaining recognition from the national and international ranking and accreditation institutions such as NIRF and NAAC. However, we have a long way to go, and each one of us need to join our hands together in this journey of transforming higher education in the Northeastern region. India as a nation will grow at a global scale when its various regions and states, including the Northeastern region, join towards by their growth and development. In this process, university in the Northeastern region can play a very critical role in not just providing greater access to each people, but by creating vibrant human capital and global citizenship. University education in Northeastern region will have to redefine its purpose to widen access to the university education for youths of the Northeastern region so that they do not need to migrate to other parts of the country for higher studies. Thus, the purpose should be to ensure quality education for a vibrant human capital with appropriate skill, aptitudes, and outlook that are job ready and are conscious citizens of their community and the country. Will not only enhance cooperation, support, and healthy competitions among the higher educational institutions, it will also strengthen the overall performance of an institution and enhance footing in the national and international ranking. With emphasis of National Education Policy 2020 on the role of vocational and skill education for the youths and the masses, higher educational institutions in the Northeastern India needs to consider this as an important opportunity for skilling it, students and people of the region in a mission mode. Vocational and skill education can cover areas of modern as well as more traditional art and craft, entrepreneurship, startup, and skill for small-scale industry and business enterprise, increasing employment and entrepreneurship both in modern as well as traditional occupations and business valued by the people. National Education Policy 2020 is a significant policy milestone in the history of India's national development and aspirations for global leadership. The NEP 2020 is the new arrangement of elements keeping in mind the emerging social, cultural, political and economic realities of the present century. To meet the challenges of the 21st century, the recommendations and suggestions for reforming our education system are required to be implemented in letter and spirit if we have to maintain our distinct intellectual and cultural identity and attain global leadership. Being leader of the higher educational institutions, the role of vice chancellors and directors holds paramount importance. I would like to remind you all that the National Educational Policy 2020 demands a new system of education, both in structural and functional senses. We require quality both in terms of curricula as well as teachers. Teachers need to have multidimensional perspective and should pursue multidisciplinary knowledge. That is also find out the mechanism to overcome such hurdles. The ideal goal of the National Education Policy 2020 would be achieved only when our teachers are good enough to be driving force, a force that will lead the nation towards a new India. However, the visible weakness of the universities of the northeastern India is that a large number of faculty and non-faculty posts are vacant in many higher educational institutions. We need to fill up these posts in a time-bound manner. We must take up the issues of vacant posts very seriously. In many universities in general and in the Northeast in particular, there is a serious problem of infrastructural development. Various infrastructural works are held up due to various reasons. During our discussion, we are expected to look into different aspects of infrastructural bottlenecks. Not only buildings, please examine the possibilities of infrastructural development right from curriculum and pedagogy, transaction to multidisciplinary researches and development projects.